Alright, hello everyone. Today we're going to be doing another video on Apex once again. Today's video we're going to be covering Season 11 in Apex Legends. So we're going to be reviewing this season and basically giving my thoughts as well as ranking it against the rest. So yeah, this season started on November 2nd, 2021 and ended February 8th, 2022. We're into 2022 now. So this season added Ash and the car SMG. They also added in Storm Point as well. So 3 different really good things we're going to be talking about in this update. We also got World's Edge back again, and also a new quest as well. We also got a Tropical Paradises and Exotic Landmarks Battle Pass theme. And we got the Prowler Reactive Weapon. Got 2 events as well, the Raiders and the Dark Depths, but there was also an end of year sale, Black Friday and Apex Market Store events as well. As for actual new content though, apart from that, not much. All that was different was that a new dual shell hop-up was added for the Mastiff and the 30-30 repeater. And that looks to be it, guys. So overall, it looks good because the actual features are good. Ash, cool. Car, cool. Storm Point, cool. But I think it's not as high to the of level as other seasons. But we'll get to that anyway when we watch these trailers. So we'll play the first trailer and then I'm going to give my thoughts on it afterwards. Where are they? Here they are. So Ashes to Ash, the storyline for Ash right now.
Are you sure you don't need any help, Dr. Reed?
I already said so, didn't I? Go on. Take the night off.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Clear. Bring the team in.
She's lost too much blood. We can't save her.
The body, perhaps. But the mind could be salvaged.
Even if it were possible, the trauma would be unimaginable.
Shut up. Just do it.
If there's no risk, no journey into the unknown, then there's no discovery. 6, 8, 2, 4, 1.
Sorry, old friend. Ashes to ash. Ash to ashes.
I see. So you've been tucked away all this time. You're nothing but dust on my path.
What?
8, 6, 9, 2.
You were weak. You allowed us to be broken.
That's not... I was... They needed this.
4, 2, 0, 8.
Even when I tossed you aside, you still clung to me, infecting me with your weakness.
That's a lie. Who is this? Who are you?
1, 1, 9, 5.
Now I see. The cause of every failure was you.
It wasn't my fault. They were supposed
2,
to.
7, 8, 1, 1.
I do what it takes. I always have. You think that was you? Pitiful. I will show you what true strength is.
That's the full sequence. Let's see if she's in there then. Lillian? Is that you, darling?
Dr. Summers. Mary, you survived.
You're not Lillian. No, 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 you can't even hurt.
Please, you have to stop her. I know what happened to Newton.
What?
I won't go back!
I will rid myself of you. But until then... Thank you, Dr. Summers. You've given me some very valuable information. Now, to put it to use.
Alright. Now, I'm going to give you thoughts on this, first of all. So, Ash got a really cool story, honestly. And I would love to go into loads of detail, but the problem the problem is that that was it. That's where the storyline practically stops for this character and also Horizon. Horizon's going on her own little journey now, trying to go back in time to go see Newton. But like, this is what I'm on about with the story takes so long to develop with this game. Is we're in like season 24 now. This was season 11. This was 4 years ago. Actually, no, was it? No. 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Still, really bad though. That was 3 years ago. Like, this story takes forever to develop. All that's really happened since with these two characters is that Horizon's been pissed off with Ash because she basically sent her off into space and now she can't see her son. And now Ash is like, oh, I know how you can see Newton. I'm going to help you. And now we're here, where Horizon's found a way to get back in time. Ash has helped her a little bit. But now I believe also is trying not to help her now because she realizes that time travel is actually a bad thing. So essentially it's like a competing thing with like Ash and Ashley, who is like the human version. So it's like the story's obviously the development, but it's taken too long that like you can't really piece it all together and actually make like sense of it as you actually play the game, because it just takes too long to actually happen. So once again, it's like I don't want to like negatively mark that down because of that. But I feel like just the story is great. It's just that's the start of the story, and the end is probably years to come in sight, unless they like try to wrap it up like the kill code type of thing that they've done for Loba and Revenant. But yeah, it's took forever, so maybe they'll wrap it up potentially. I don't know. We'll see. Let's watch the launch trailer.
Anita, you are gonna love it here. It's about time we got a real vacation.
It's not a vacation. No good can come from this place.
It's go time! See, even Tavio gets it. He doesn't get anything. Oh, come on, look at this place. Pristine beaches, exotic wildlife, all the good vibes you could ever want. I mean, this water is so Oh, right. Okay, that's... wow. Can someone get Walter a towel, please?
We're too exposed out here. We should get to high ground.
You just need to learn how to relax. So can you get my back? I'm never leaving this place. What the?
Hey, are you relaxed now?
Come on, guys. You're running beach day.
I thought you, at least, would be a challenge. This way.
Okay, yeah, nice to meet you too, I guess. Wow, what kind of captain crashes his own ship? What? You would not believe the deductible on these things, by the way.
Humans. So fragile.
Oh, that's terrifying. None of this was in the brochure.
Read.
Dr. Summers, you should have stayed where I left you. Legends? How disappointing.
No, that's it. I'm done. I'm going back to the boat.
You're alive. Let's go.
So, before I get copyright strike, I'm going to pause that there. But yeah, from what I really get from this season is, at least from this trailer, really, it was quite quiet. If you know what I mean, it was different from all the other kind of launch trailers. There's a lot of action. That's what you get from it. There's a lot of people talking, a lot of action. And I really felt like they wanted to build suspense with this map, really make it so people feel like, oh shit, there's actually like wildlife on this map, and that was a great feeling when I actually first watched it. It kind of felt a little bit like a horror in a way, like, you know, where you go to like an abandoned island, you're like, what's actually on this island? I could die to a creature, and I really liked that. I believe the wildlife initially was very, very powerful, and then I think they nerfed it a little bit, so they've done a little bit less damage. But I liked it. I liked when they done loads of damage, because like that's the point, is that you have to watch out. You can't just be going around roaming random areas. You know, watch out. That's the whole point of this map. And I like that. I like the diversity in the maps. And I think a lot of people didn't like Stone Point for that, in the fact that you couldn't go certain areas because there was like monsters and shit. But like, I don't know. I like that. I think it was really cool. You know, it was something different. But yeah, honestly, like, and also as well, like, Ash is just a really sick character. Now, there is one thing that I noticed just watching this trailer back again, is that she literally is using her sword more than like her actual teleport ability with the sword. Like, she's actually using it as a weapon more than the actual portal. Which I think is really funny, because like all the concepts that I've made and all the videos I've made basically say that Ash should have the sword as an actual sword. Like, it would make sense, you know. But instead she has it as a literal teleporting device. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I think honestly, she should honestly have it as a sword to literally just like kill people. I think it would be way better that way. But let me know what you guys think about that, because I think that would be better. Let's watch the gameplay trailer now.
Deep in the oceans of Gaia, there is a land rich with history.
Who's in the shadows? Who's ready?
Where the air crackles with energy.
Are we the hunters? Or are we the prey?
They call it Storm Point. before you. Respect is due.
Need assistance here? Please?
Tearing through reality. Ashes to ashes. Storm Point. It's a place where dreams come true.
Okay, so... Oh shit, it's still playing. So, I've got a few opinions right now. First of all, we obviously have the new car SMG. And that's not the problem that I have. I think it's a great thing that we have a car SMG because it was not only just a new SMG that people could use, it was a unique SMG in the fact that it could take both light and heavy mags and ammo. So it was different in a good way, I feel. And I like that. I like when new weapons added that feel different. But the big problem is this to this day, 3 years ago, this is the second most recent weapon added to the game. The most recent being the Nemesis in Season 16, which was 2 years ago. So literally 3 years ago was our second most recent weapon. That just goes to show how little weapons are getting added to this game and why the game's slowly dying over time. Because for people like me who really like new interesting weaponry in a hence shooter game, it's really disappointing when we don't actually get them. So that is a big problem for me, personally. I think that's a really big problem. As for the actual map, I obviously love it. It's one of my favourite maps. I think it's a great size for a map as well, and I think it does play out very, very well. I always say this, there is not one single, like, hot drop location, really. Maybe the command center, but, like, even when you go, like, pass through there midway through the game, there's not people just hanging around in there all the time. There's basically not one location that you can guarantee there will be people there all the time, which I think is a really great thing. Because this map was obviously very well designed. And so that is a major positive. Because it's good for casuals, it's good for pubs, it's good for ranked, it's good for competitive, it's good for ALGS. Like, it's good for all the different modes that you can play in this game. So I'd say overall the map is great. Ash, however, which I'll get to, not so much. So that's why we're going to watch the Ash trailer right now.
For decades, Ash has been known across the Outlands as a ruthless killer, unburdened by conscience. But a dark secret lurks beneath the surface.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Another consciousness hidden away. While Ash has little love for the legends, in death, they become useful. And analyzing their death box will lead her to their killers. You made a fatal error crossing me. Inspired by her old titan, Ash can throw out a paralyzing snare to bind her prey, allowing her to close in for a more personal finish. You should have scurried away while you had the chance. While Ash is a fearsome force from any distance, her most terrifying power is the ability to tear through space itself. Another precise execution. I'll see you very soon, and I will be the last thing you ever see.
Okay. So I do want to cut in here because I do want to mention that Ash's abilities initially off drop were alright. Like, they weren't OP, they weren't bad. So I think if we're looking at it from like a game balance perspective, this season was probably one of the most balanced seasons that we got. Because I'd say the car was pretty balanced, I think. I don't remember it being OP, and if it was, I don't think it was OP for very long. But Ash, very balanced. Stormpoint, balanced across all the different maps, all the different areas you can play the map in, ranked, competitive, bobs. So overall, a very balanced kind of thing. But that's quite a negative though, because you want things to be OP off drop, you know? So I could see that as a negative as well. But if we're looking at it just as the longevity of the game, a very balanced season overall. But the one negative that I want to bring into this is the fact that Ash's abilities, just like, not like as in like how good they are, but just how random they are. Same thing as Sia, the season prior, is that Sia had only recon. Now Ash has literally the most opposite abilities to one another. She has a sword that doesn't damage people as you would expect from an assault character. No, it is used to teleport. Okay. She then has a snare that binds people to the ground. It does damage, fair enough, but it just basically locks them in place. So that's a completely different ability. And then she also has the ability to see death boxes on the map and then interact with them to mark people on the map as well, to basically scan them. She has a recon, an assault, and a skirmisher ability in her entire kit. And it's just weird. They don't all connect. I feel with a lot of other characters, the abilities actually connect quite well. Like, for example, Sia. Like, perfect example. I feel like when you scan with Sia and then aim down sights, you can then see them on the scan. And you can, like, use all abilities together. Very well, in fact. Ash, you don't really do that. Like, you don't really portal to then use your tactical to then scan a death box. Like, you never do that. You probably scan a death box, maybe find where someone is, might portal to them, maybe, and then potentially use the snare on them. But it's like, these are all things that you can use independently, and you don't really ever use them together. They're all just very independent abilities, and they don't have any crossover. And that's a big problem, I feel, because I feel when there is crossover with the abilities, that's when you start getting a skill ceiling with the character. Now, recently, they did do a little Ash rework where she has a little bit more distance with the portal. She can actually have 2 portals with one of her perks, and also she can have a dash as well, which is what I've been trying to say for ages to make them do. Aside from just making it so her sword actually acts like a sword and is a melee attack, rather than a teleport. But I feel like when they added the dash to Ash, that's very weird saying that, it actually made more sense in terms of bringing her whole kit together, because she has the kind of half and half here. She has the half and half in terms of half of her kit is primarily assault, tracking people down and killing them with the snare. And then the other half is mobility. With the sword, you can teleport somewhere. With the dash, you can essentially dash in a fight, close range. So you get the long range and the short range mobility there. So she has mobility, long and close range, and she also has the long range, kind of tracking someone down, and close range snaring someone for the kill. So it actually kind of makes sense now, her whole kit. She's basically there as a tracker and a hunter. And that dash really solidified that. It makes it so that at least the abilities have a little bit more of a meaning there. There's more meaning there. Whereas before, when I feel like she released, it was like, what? Like, these don't line up. I still do feel, though, like, if an assault character is in the game, they shouldn't have an equivalent of a skirmisher ultimate, or a skirmisher ability. I don't think it makes much sense. Like, she can essentially teleport her whole team across the fucking map with 2 portals. That's what a skirmisher's role is supposed to be. So it's weird that, like, an assault character can do that, I think, personally. But anyway. Now I think Ash is alright, but in the wrong ways. She's not an assault anymore. But off drop, though, in Season 11, she was just balanced. She was just balanced, but it didn't make sense in their abilities. So that's all I wanted to say there. Let's watch the Battle Pass trailer now.
dangers that lie within the beauty of Storm Point? You improvise. And the best way to do that is with the all-new Escape Battle Pass. Thrive on Storm Point's sandy beaches with Mirage and his legendary Desert Mirage and matching Hover Fire Spitfire.
Spotlight's on me.
Don't worry, my brother. I got you.
Gibraltar prepares for the fight of his life in the legendary Glorious Combatant. Shake off your enemies with the Bucking Bronco 3030.
Today is gonna be our day.
Each choice changes everything. Vision Walker Wraith looks to the future with her anti-up Volt. I'm just getting started. And to the past with the Compound Fracture Bocek. Good choice for me. And no matter who you venture into the depths of the island with, strike fear into the hearts of your prey with the reactive Pipe Flame Prowler. Survive in style as you customize your experience with new music packs, loading screens, banners, and gun charms. Leave only holosprays, make only quips,
You give me hope that the meek won't inherit the earth after all.
and laugh in the face of danger with new emotes.
Do not cross me, or my blade will cross you.
Storm Point is dangerous. Then again, so are you.
Another enemy falls.
Survive if you can, only with the Escape Battle Pass.
Let us begin.
Alright. To be honest, there's a lot of features here that like really do downplay the season a lot. And even though we got a new character, we got a new weapon, we got a new map as well, which is like great, because I think the last time we got all three was when World's Edge was added. Olympus and Horizon in Season 7, there was no new weapon. So to have a new map, a new weapon, and a new character was the last time that really happened. And the last time I believe all three will probably ever happen, because I think in the direction that Apex is going, that's not going to be possible anymore. So in the terms of that, it's great. But the problem is there's a lot of things that just kind of dragged it down. It wasn't a season that I remember too fondly, really. I do feel like this was probably the switch in the game that people probably stopped playing, I think. I think the last real big season was Season 10. In my opinion, I don't think there was really a season after that like people really started playing from. It might have been Season 16. I think a lot of people played that. But apart from that, this was probably the last big season for Apex. The changing point, really, this was the last time before it went downhill. So yeah, I would probably give this season, bearing in mind it's a new map as well, and normally new map seasons go pretty high up there. I would give it an 8.5, just below the Season 7 with a 9. Because I feel like Olympus was definitely widely more accepted and more enjoyed than Storm Point, and at least Horizon was pretty OP on off drop. And even though we got the car, it wasn't that insanely good, and Ash wasn't insanely good either. So I think a lot more people will probably enjoy, if we could only play one season, I think a lot more people would probably enjoy Season 7 than Season 11, That's just my opinion on that, though. But let me know what you guys think about that. And yeah, leave your marks in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.